on downstairs. We're playing Edmonton Oilers franchise here. It's NHL 17. And we're in episode number 71. It is year number 3. And we are in the month of December. Our December record is 3-2. And we are going to finish off the month of December here in this episode. We got Carolina, Montreal, Buffalo, and St. Louis all on the road in the first week that we're going to do. And let's go to that point. To begin with, it's game number 28 on the road in Raleigh, North Carolina, taking on the Hurricanes. Broken stick by Carolina. And we're in the third period. And Carolina is going to get the goal to go up 3-2. After the Oilers failed to get it out of their zone. And it is John Tavares, who is now with the Carolina Hurricanes. That's an interesting one. Didn't know that. And Carolina adds another goal early in the third. And this is Jakob Slavin. And that is a power play goal. The Hurricanes go on to win 5-3 in game number 28. Tavares had 2 goals on the day. And Skinner had 3 assists for the Hurricanes. All right, let's move on to game number 29 now. We are on the road in Montreal. Take on the Canadiens, who are 13-14-1. We're the opposite of that, 14-13-1. And we are going to pick this one up in the third with the Oilers leading 1-0 at the 12-minute mark. I guess I should say about the 8-minute mark. 12 minutes left. And here comes the Canadiens. Down by 1, trying to find a goal to tie this one up. Down the wing. Centering pass, shot saved by Talbot and covered up by Cam Talbot. Oilers still lead by 1. Here comes Montreal. They send it in towards net. It's taken away by the Oilers. Along the boards, kicked ahead to Connor McDavid. McDavid brings it into the zone. He's going to get it across to Eberle. Shot saved by Carey Price. Jordan Eberle trying to add to the lead there. Doesn't do it, but the Oilers hang on to win 1-0. Carey Price had 30 saves on the day. Cam Talbot had 24 in the shutout victory. And Taylor Beck with the only goal for the Oilers as they get the 1-0 win. We go on to game number 30, and we're on the road at the surprising Buffalo Sabres, who are 16-9-2. And this one's all tied up, and we're going to pick this one up in the second period. Buffalo with it. Shot from the point, deflected away, and here comes the Oilers' Pouliot through the neutral zone. Pouliot carries it across. He's going to hold it, get down behind the net, skate it around, shot on the wraparound. Is saved and deflected away. Pouliot again, still loose in front of the net. Oilers have it. This is Nugent Hopkins. Nugent Hopkins gets it out in front to Pouliot. Score! Benoit Pouliot gives the Oilers a 2-1 lead. We go to the third period now. 3:22 to go in the game. Edmonton on the power play. McDavid on the face-off. And is taken away by Larson. And Larson's going to split the defenseman and go all the way and score it on the breakaway. So, Johan Larsson with his second goal of the season. An interesting note on this game is Sam Reinhart is out. And it is likely that he will miss. We played the Sabres twice in this episode, and it's likely that Reinhart will miss both matchups against his former team. So we are in overtime now with 19 seconds to go. And a huge save by Cam Talbot. Oilers have it coming the other way. This right side pass to Nugent Hopkins. And Nugent Hopkins scores the game winner in overtime. Man, I don't know who number 57 is for us. My mind just went blank or something. It's Pakarinen, maybe? I can't remember. Anyway, Ryan Nugent Hopkins scores the goal. And the Oilers win it in overtime in Buffalo. Nugent Hopkins with a goal and an assist. Cam Talbot had 33 saves. and we get the win. We were 0 of 3 on the power play. Buffalo was 1 of 4. And the final game for this week is on the road against St. Louis, and it is the final stop on this road trip before we head back home. So in the third period, Blues leading 4-1 with 6:12 to go. Oilers have it. Down behind the net. Back out to the point. Here's Larson. Larson shot saved by Jake Allen. Allen had 36 saves. Blues get the win 5-1. Alexander Steen with 2 goals for the Blues. And Schmaltz had 2 assists for St. Louis. We were once again 0 for 4 on the power play, so we win 2 and lose 2 in that week. Our December record is now 5-4, and we head to the week of the 16th through the 22nd, and we've got 3 home games against the Kings, the Sharks, and the Sabres again. And the Kings come into this game number 32 at 17-13-2, and we are 16-14-1. We go to the third period. Kings leading 4-3, and a nice centering pass shot goes wide. And then the rebound to the Kings. Purcell ends up scoring right in front of the net. That's his 8th of the season for the Kings. Out to the right side to Yuri Talusti. Talusti carries it across, back to the middle to McDavid. McDavid shot scores. At this point, it's a little bit too late, though. Connor McDavid's 7th goal of the season comes right from the high slot, and it cuts the Kings' lead to 6-4. That is how it stands. 2 goals for Patrick Maroon. Anze Kopitar had 2 goals for Los Angeles. Kings get the win 6-4. And we were 0 of 2 on the power play. They were 1 of 1. We go to game number 33, hosting the San Jose Sharks. And we're going to skip right ahead to overtime in this one. Joe Thornton has it. He is going to get it across. San Jose on the power play, and the shot saved and rebound scored by Joe Thornton. And that gives the Sharks the win in game number 33. They win at 2-1. Ben Bishop, 36 saves. Cam Talbot had 24 saves. Thornton had 1 goal. 37 shots to 26 in favor of the Oilers, but they fall in overtime. So it's just our second overtime loss of the season. And we are 16-15-2 as we host the Buffalo Sabres, who are 16-11-4. And this game is all tied up at 2 with 13 minutes to go in the third period. Here comes, I believe that's Pouliot, over to the right side to Talusti, right in front of the net, and it's Zach Kassian. And he goes 5-hole to give the Oilers a 3-2 lead, looking for their second win over the Sabres in the last 2 weeks and sweep the season series against Buffalo. Talusti, beautiful pass right in front of the net. Good timing. Cassian's there to power at home. 3-2 Oilers with the win. Larry Kanan had 31 saves for Edmonton. Kassian with a goal. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins with a goal. And we outshot the Sabres 36-33. We finally score a power play goal. We were 1 of 2. So we have 1 loss, an overtime loss, and a win in that week. We're 6-5-1 in December. We're going to close out the month here with 2 home games against Nashville and Pittsburgh, and then on the road against LA. So some good teams on the docket in this week. Game number 35, the Predators are 21-12-1. And we're going to skip to the third period in this one with the Oilers leading 1-0 over the Preds, 14-15 to go. Shot from the high slot, goes wide, rebounded by the Preds, and here comes Letestu, former Oiler, for Nashville. Preds shot from the point. It is saved, still loose, in front of the net, and it's Mark Letestu to put it home. Letestu's 3rd goal of the season, and it comes against his former mates. 9:24 to go in the third. We're all tied up at 1. And the Preds score again as they just bank one off the back skate. It's Craig Smith. It's his 12th goal of the season. And look at this. Just throws it off the skate of Talbot. It deflects in. You might think that is a greasy goal, but I have seen that happen in real life. That does happen. On the breakaway, shot saved by Pecorine. Pecorine had 29 saves. Talbot had 30. Preds win it 2-1 in game number 35. 32 shots to 30 in favor of the Preds. And we will now face the Pittsburgh Penguins. They're 21-12-3. We're 17-16-2. And don't worry, guys. We'll take a look at the standings at the end of this episode, see where we sit. When this episode's all said and done, we'll be through 37 games of the regular season. Here is Connor McDavid back to Eberle, shot score. And that cuts the Pens' lead to 2-1. Jordan Eberle, 13th goal of the season for Eberle. He's having a very good year. And he is the beneficiary of that line with Connor McDavid and Sam Reinhart. So a lot of attention paid to McDavid and Reinhart, and Jordan Eberle is reaping the rewards for that. 2-1, Penguins with the lead. Oilers on the power play. Here is Adam Larsson off the draw. Larsson carries it deep. Larsson, the defenseman, down there. Pass to Puljujärvi. Shot is saved. Puljujärvi across to Draisaitl for the goal. Leon Draisaitl ties it up at 2 with 5:19 to go. 10th goal of the season for Draisaitl. Comes on the power play. And we are all even at 2 apiece. .431 to go in the third. Cassian wins the draw. Clefbaum. Oilers will carry it across the blue line. Shot from the point. And it is going to go in past Murray. How did Murray let that one past him? Taylor Beck. 5th goal of the year for Beck. And he was just trying to get it in deep and hope for a rebound. But it beats Murray. Stick side and high. And the Oilers go on to win 3-2 in game number 36. We outshoot the Penguins 39-34. We were 2 of 4 on the power play. The Pens were 1 of 5. And Talbot had 32 saves on the day, a .941 save percentage. We head to game number 37. This is the final one of this episode. And the Kings trounce us 6-1. Man, we struggle with Los Angeles. They outshot us 43-21 on the day. And Anze Kopitar with 2 goals. Nick Shore with 2 assists. And Doughty had a good game as well. So our December record, 7-1. And I think there might be one more game in December, but it ends up on the January calendar, like the 31st of December. So let's look at the standings as we close out this episode. Anaheim, Los Angeles, and San Jose all at 39 points. Would be in the playoffs from the Pacific Division. Calgary's at 39, Edmonton's at 38, and a little bit of separation between us and Vancouver and Arizona. In the Central, you've got the Blues, the Jets, and the Avs all tied with 48 points. Nashville at 47, and then a big gap between Nashville and Dallas is all the way down at 34. The 2 wildcard teams would be the Preds and the Calgary Flames, and we are 1 point out of the wildcard, as well as 1 point out of that 3rd spot in the division. And then you got Dallas, Chicago, Vancouver, Minnesota on the way down. Let's look at the Eastern Conference. Toronto, Tampa Bay, and Florida would be in from the Atlantic. Florida and Montreal actually tied at 39 points. Buffalo and Ottawa at 38. Boston at 37. So pretty tight division in the Atlantic. Metropolitan Division, Washington out to a 52-point start. The Islanders at 49. The Penguins at 49. Carolina at 45. Rangers, New Jersey at 43. The wildcard teams would be the Hurricanes and the Rangers. If the playoffs started today, again, we are 37 games through the regular season here on Edmonton Oilers franchise. It's year number 3. And that is going to be it for episode number 71. Stay tuned for episode number 72. We'll probably do another 10 games or so and get deeper into this season as we roll along here on Edmonton Oilers franchise on Mama's Basement Sports Gaming.